Pacman is playing Galaga.
Welcome to Retro Gamer with Tall Paul.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Today we're going to complete our trilogy on Galaxian, Galaga's dad. Let's put a quarter in and let's go. This game could be kind of frustrating, but I wanted to see if I could at least crack the top 200 on the leaderboard. The last video, Rockin' Randy, really caused some controversy in the comment section. I had people telling me I wouldn't want to be your brother. You don't understand what it's like having a little brother. Yeah, we hurt each other and we caused pain to each other, but we stuck up for each other. But I'll tell more stories about Randy another time. This time, I wanted to talk about the bear burrito. What's the bear burrito, you may ask? Great question. Many years ago, I went to help our church put on a high school water ski camp up at Trinity Lake. Me and my buddy Nick went as staff and chaperones for this weekend. Before we went to the camp, we decided just to take sleeping bags and our pillows. We were going to sleep outside. We didn't want to be in a tent or a tent together. We didn't want to be, seen as, those kind of guys that would sleep in a tent together, I guess. In the center of our campground was 2 picnic tables pushed together. That's where everybody ate each day. So that night we laid on the picnic tables. I was on one picnic table, Nick was on another, and our heads were about a foot apart from each other. All the high schoolers each had their own tent, and some people slept in their cars. Well, the last thing we were going to do was sleep in some tiny minivan, or once again appear as 2 guys who might sleep in a tiny minivan together. Because we were manly men. We were going to sleep under the stars. So Nick and I talked that night in the center of the campground and fell asleep. Then around 2 a.m, something wrestled me awake. And as I moved to look around, I heard my friend Nick say, "Shh, don't move, bear." And I'm thinking, bear? But as I looked into the darkness, I could see streams of moonlight pouring through the tree branches, partially lighting the campground around us. And I could see this outline of this large animal walking in and out of the moonlight beams. Sometimes the moonlight would hit it in the head and its eyes would glow as it slowly circled the picnic tables we were laying on. Now, this was obviously a bear that was used to campgrounds and was looking for food. But as far as Nick and I were concerned, it was our death, slowly circling us, just waiting to pounce. I remember Nick saying to me, "If we have to run, let's run towards," and he picked some landmark. But I'm thinking, run? I am zipped up in a sleeping bag, sitting on top of a table that we have eaten at all day, and underneath is all this food. There is no way that I'm going to be able to get out of this bag. I am packaged up like a large burrito, unable to move. Both of us just laying there, waiting for the bear to jump up on the table and take a bite out of our head like a big ol' apple. As the bear walked in and out of the moonlight, its eyes often aglow and then disappearing, I noticed how large a bear's head actually is. A bear is a mammoth creature, and this probably wasn't a very big bear, but it was big enough to scare us to death. We just sat there keeping quiet, and eventually the bear walked off. I guess he wasn't hungry for human burritos. Well, we laid there until the morning when the sun came up, and we were so thankful for morning to come so we could actually see what was going on around us. That bear had scoured that campground for food and had actually tried to push over the trailer where all the food was stored inside. We saw these massive bear paws on the side of the trailer. That night, we dropped our macho routine. We no longer cared of how people viewed us. Nick and I spent the next night snuggled up like two little bugs in a rug inside a tiny minivan, laying right next to each other and face to face. We didn't care how it appeared to the other campers that we might be considered cowards or girly men. We were safe inside that minivan, and we were happy. Nick and I both slept comfortably in that little minivan that night, grateful to be protected and to be alive. We weren't going to tempt the bear with human burritos 2 nights in a row. I'm almost to the record here. These ships get crazy. Yes. Every point a new record, moving up on the leaderboard. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think of these videos in the comments. I appreciate your feedback and any suggestions for topics or stories. Well, a new record. Did it. High score. Let's go to the leaderboard and see where we stand. Well, I was at 300, right under Pierre on. And now I'm at 195, right under Debbie. All right, Debbie, I'm coming for you. Thanks for watching. Click the link for other videos and subscribe if you'd like to.